You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
How are you?
I got to tell you what, I'm amazing. I really am amazing. Got up this morning, still the greatest planet on God's green earth. I ain't suffering from the Rona.
The greatest planet on God's green earth.
I meant country.
It is. Yes, it is.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite awake yet. I'm muddling through here. Let's see, what's going on? What has happened? It was 1944. You know him, you love him. Mahatma Gandhi was freed from prison.
Oh, yeah.
He was fairly passive about the whole thing. His lesser-known brother, Mahatma Kot, was a little up in arms. See what I did there?
Mahatma Kot.
Yeah, he just hang around. Tammy Wynette, born this day. Love Tammy Wynette. Stand By Your Man and Divorce. Michael Palin from Monty Python's Flying Circus has a birthday today.
Oh, I love him.
Heidi is a big fan of
I'm
Monty
a
Python.
huge fan.
Yep, and I know you were a huge fan of this TV show, too, this sitcom. Tina Yothers, who played Jennifer on Family Ties.
Family Ties.
Has a birthday today. I actually interviewed her accidentally one day years ago on the radio. She was in Los Angeles, in bed, eating Fruity Pebbles and watching cartoons. And I had her on my, what was then a radio show I did. It was actually pretty hilarious.
So was she an adult at the time, or was she a kid?
She was an adult.
Okay, because that sounds very kiddish to be in bed eating Fruity Pebbles.
No, in fact, Family Ties had Wrapped had come to an end. She was no longer doing that. She was in the beginning stages of starting a rock and roll band, as I recall.
Oh, I remember that she did that.
But it was just one of those weird little random interviews where it was like, I'm not even sure how it happened, but it was hilarious, and that's
fun.
That's how I remember her. And of course, famous Danish-American actress born in Copenhagen, Denmark, Heidi Kozak is 57 today.
Very cool.
You don't even know who that is.
I don't.
She's that Danish actress lady. Or she's an actress who likes to eat Danishes.
She co-starred in the 1987 classic Slumber Party Massacre 2.
Oh, yeah.
Playing the part of Sally Burns. Meet a horrifying end from some guy with a guitar that for some reason had a drill on it.
Don't all guitars have drills on them, Dan?
Sure did in this movie. So I just wanted to point that out.
That's the sign of a good quality flick.
I love the part where it's Slumber Party Massacre 2.
So this has happened before, and they didn't learn their lesson.
I'm not mistaken, there was a 3.
Was there really?
I saw the first one. I did not see the sequels. I'll have to check those out.
Crystal Bernard starred in them. She was the young lady from the sitcom Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was in Slumber Party Massacre.
Huh. So every time she had a slumber party, everybody died, is what you're saying.
Apparently, I actually haven't watched the films, John.
Well, when you put the word massacre behind it, it usually is not a good thing. Well, thank you for that very bizarre report, Dan.
I think we've all learned something.
We have, indeed. I'm going to quit asking you what's up. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by Yes Sirree Notary.
I'm Jeremy with Yes Sirree Notary. When others say no, we say Yes Sirree. If you have a legal document or need a notary, or a not-so-legal document, if you know what I mean, Yes Sirree Notary can help. Our agreeable team can notarize your papers and get you back to whatever you were doing before you realized you needed a notary in the first place. Yes Sirree Notary can usually help you the same day. Call right away for the best selection. Yes Sirree Notary, the only notary you'll ever need. Call Heidi Jean at 605-933-1980. Yes Sirree Notary. This offer not available everywhere. Prices may vary, subject to availability. Tax, title, and license extra. Allow 3 to 4 weeks for completed project.
Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Oh, good morning there, you couple little rapscallions. How y'all doing? John, good to see you. Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Heidi. There, I went up and have a pencil handy, would you? Because I got to tell you what, kind of like to erase your past and write our future. Kidding. I'm a kidder. You know, speaking of the future, apparently this great country of ours is apparently under assault by a little thing called the murder hornet.
I was going to ask you about that.
Well, you know, I did a little digging because, boy, I tell you what, everybody's all abuzz about these little critters here. The murder hornet, of course, actually known as the Asian giant hornet, or the Vespa mandarinia.
Okay.
Is the scientific name. These little bad boys are approximately 2 inches in length.
Yikes.
Orange-yellow head and black stripes on their big old abdomen. And according to an associate of mine, Mr. Young-ichi Takahashi, he's a researcher at the Kyoto Sangyu University. That's just west of Sisseton. That species of hornet earned its murder nickname mainly because, well, it'll kill you. And apparently this bad boy also enjoys beheading bees, especially honeybees. So it's just ugly, 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 and I don't like to do that with critters because every critter has a soft side too. So on the plus side of these murder hornets...
There is a plus side?
That is a pretty darn great name for a sports team.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
is.
In fact, if I had a bowling team, that's what it'd be.
It is a great name.
Ranger Dan's Murder Hornets. It's just about it.
Or a rock band.
And
Murder
also,
Hornets.
being Asian, these hornets are proficient at math and tend to be fairly tidy. I'm also pleased to announce a brand new product, in case these things are freaking you out, the Ranger Dan Murder Hornet Defense Hammer.
Oh, nice.
It's a 64-ounce steel blacksmith hammer with specialized no-slip rubberized kung fu handle grip.
Oh, very nice.
And with a 4-pound head, those buggers aren't going to know what hit them. It's also great for regular hornets and wasps, also home intruders and carjackers.
One tool does it all kind of thing.
It's $39.95, available on Amazon Prime. Be sure to look for the Ranger Dan label hastily pasted over the DeWalt logo. That's all the time we have this morning, little Radio Rangers. You know what's up. What doesn't kill you generally makes you stronger, except bears. Bears will kill you every damn time. This is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. It is at this time each and every day that we have a thing called Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris has some news in hand. How you doing there, sir?
You know, it's not really news. I thought we'd hang kind of a left here and do just some fun, just kind of random things with South Dakota and our main surrounding states, and little known kind of wacky little facts.
Oh, cool.
About places you may have been. For instance, did you know Iowa, the great state of Iowa, happens to be home to a third of the nation's hogs.
Really?
Oh.
In fact, Iowa at any given time is raising approximately 22 million pigs. That's about a 7 hogs to 1 Iowan ratio.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Wait till those hogs get the right to vote.
There you go. Let's see. What's going on in Nebraska? Well, Nebraska happens to boast the coolest state drink probably in the country. Kool-Aid was invented in Hastings, Nebraska back in 1927. But did you know that Kool-Aid is the state's official drink?
Is it really? I did not know that.
Yep, and every August there's a big blowout with Kool-Aid.
Really?
Yeah, big salute to Kool-Aid in Nebraska. So they got that.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Let's see here. North Dakota happens to have the tiniest incorporated town in America.
Oh.
Rusa, North Dakota, that's R-U-S-A, which is kind of cool, has today a population of 4.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now you need 3, apparently, to be officially incorporated. At one point, the 86-year-old mayor had died, bringing the population down to 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Which was a problem. But then a lovely couple from across the border moved in.
Nice.
So they got their incorporation back.
Yes, they did.
That is funny.
What's going on here? My home state of Minnesota was the 1950s. Minneapolis businessman Leslie Park said, you know, it would be a pretty great idea. What if we connected these downtown buildings with a covered pedestrian bridge to help regenerate the downtown area and protect folks from old man winter?
Yeah.
Well, the first one opened in 1962. Talking about skywalks here.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, Minneapolis has the world's largest skyway system connecting 80 city blocks and spanning over 8 miles.
That's a lot, man.
That is, and I've been in most of them over the years. South Dakota.
I've never been to one in Minnesota.
Me either.
It's fun stuff. You can walk all. Well, it's nothing like what we have downtown Sioux Falls
We've
over
got
Phillips
one.
Avenue.
Oh yeah. They got a pretty. They got quite a few of those down in Sioux City too.
Yeah, they do in Sioux City.
No, if you've never been to downtown Minneapolis Skyway, you can spend an entire day.
Yeah.
It's pretty groovy.
Huh.
South Dakota. This really surprised me, but it's absolutely true. Now, Florida may be, famous for their expansive white sandy beaches.
Yes, they are.
But South Dakota actually has more miles of shoreline than the entire state of Florida.
South Dakota does?
Yep, with its rivers and glacial lakes. Yep, more miles of shoreline than Florida.
I would not. I could see Minnesota with all the lakes,
Nope.
but
Nope, absolutely not. And that's, boy, I sure wish this was more interesting, but
that is interesting.
it's not. Okay.
I'm just in my head right now trying to figure out where these shorelines
about the lakes
are.
too, because I can't think of any. So.
We got Wall Lake, we got Madison Lake, Brant Lake.
Yeah, that's kind of where my silence was coming from.
Well,
too.
Lake Alvin puts us over the
way.
Lake Alvin puts us over the hump.
I don't know how that could possibly be accurate.
It's just miles of shoreline. You've got Florida, which is a peninsula, so you just go around it. Well, with the bodies of water and the rivers in South Dakota, we have actually more miles of shoreline.
Oh, they're counting
That's
rivers.
it. Oh, absolutely.
Of course, rivers have shorelines.
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't take much to get there. For instance, Lake Minnetonka, right outside of Minneapolis, that has over 800 miles of shoreline.
Well, that's what I kept thinking of Minnesota. I'm
Minnesota,
like, there's just no
has a
way.
lot. They got to have more.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Fascinating, Dan. I'm not saying that I'm going to Google that to see if it's accurate, but
You will. Everything I say, John's got to qualify. You're just making that up. Which is very hurtful.
in hand now.
As you know, and I know only about 60% of what I say on this show is made up.
Only 60%. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Anybody else about ready for a vacation?
This October, we're going to Cancun for an amazing event called The Sands.
Awesome music from Billy Idol, Belinda Carlisle, Cheap Trick, and so many more.
This event happens at the end of October, so when everything blows over, we're all going to need a vacation. So join us for this one.
We've been to this event the last 3 years, met some amazing people, and it is so much fun.
Get all of the information and get your spot reserved to join us at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Time now for our bright spot of news. My beautiful bride Heidi sitting here once again because today our bright spot of news is something that we were a part of last week. The Radio Cares Feeding America Emergency Radiothon. We kind of gave a little bit of an update on Friday because the event actually happened Thursday, but then they continued taking donations through the weekend. You know what the total ended up at, Heidi?
What's that?
$500,146. Yeah. Over 5 million meals for hungry people in the United States. And a huge thank you to everybody who participated. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. The day-long event included over 10,000 radio stations. We were one of those stations, actually two of those stations in Sioux Falls. We were, Sunny Radio was involved, and then also our online channel, SiouxFallsNewsRadio.com, was also involved. It says closing in with a $20,000 donation at the very end to get it pushed over that $500,000 mark. It was hovering at the $480,000 range. And Scott and Sandy Borchetta from Big Machine Label Group, it's a record label company, I believe, they said, you know what? We want to help. We want to make sure you break that $500,000 mark. So they made a really, really nice contribution towards the end. Now, I want to say a huge thank you to Ron Stone, and he is with Adams Radio Group, and he is the one that came up with this concept. He lives in Minnesota, has an independent radio group there, and he reached out to us about a month ago, just under a month ago, and said, would you guys be interested in doing this? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Of course we would. So here's the thing that's really neat. In addition to us being involved in Sioux Falls, some listening might not realize this, but the John and Heidi Show is syndicated on almost 200 stations now. And many of those stations were involved as well. So we had a chance to try to help in a bunch of different areas. Now, the thing you're hearing right now, this is only heard in Sioux Falls. The John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, this is only here. So this is special because you guys are special.
Yes, we do special things for you.
Because we're here, and this is where we, it's home. It's our flagship station. But I think it's really, really cool. 10,000 radio stations working together. That's never happened before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is really a neat thing, and in nothing like this anyway. There have been times where they've done things like we're all going to play a song at the same time and I don't even know they got 10,000 stations to do that in the past. But this is a really cool thing, and I hope it's just the beginning of things to come from Radio Cares. It's a really neat thing. If you're not following on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Radio Cares. And if you made a contribution last week, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are the bright spot of news today.
It's a tough time, but we will get through this together. If you have the means, we encourage you to participate in the gift card challenge. That's a simple thing you can do to help people around you. Just buy a gift card from one of your favorite local businesses, then use it when things get back to normal. Or be a rock star and give it to someone working on the front lines to keep us safe. Either way, when you buy the gift card, post a photo on social media with #GiftCardChallenge. Learn more at giftcardchallenge.org.
And it's time right now for a little thing we like to call Entertainment News of the Day with Mr. Dan Farris.
The celebrities are fabulous. Just to throw it out there, and I don't like to brag because this show isn't about me, but I am a broadcaster, and therefore I am of celebrity status, let's face it. I've been getting a lot of emails and blah, 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 blah. Well, Dan, what are you doing about this Chinese virus? How are you pitching in? Well, a lot like a lot of the other celebrities, I have posted selfies, no makeup.
I've seen them.
I don't know what else you want from me, but there it is. America is starved for entertainment. I don't care how much is out there. There's just something else got to come along to kind of perk your day right up. I mean, the Tiger King thing, whatever, gone. Kind of stuff going on. Gary Busey, who I just really like.
Gary Busey.
Have you already heard what he's going to tell us about? I can't wait to hear this.
It's great. This just cracks me up.
It does.
Because I'm trying to wrap my head around it. At some point there was a production meeting and somebody's going, I have an idea for a new series. What if? And apparently a lot of people, and some people with money, said, yes, we need to do this. Well, Gary is going to be grabbing his robe and his gavel, and he's going to be hosting a new series entitled Gary Busey, Pet Judge.
Are you kidding me?
It's a 6-episode series premiering May 25th on Amazon Prime and other streaming services. The show will find Gary settling disputes between aggrieved pet owners.
I just don't understand.
According to the press release, it promises the cases will revolve around a veritable menagerie of animals, including goats, birds, dogs, monkeys, meerkats, turtles, robot raccoons, and more.
What more is there besides all that?
And the press release continues, quote, is Gary Busey a real judge? No. Does he know anything about the pet law? Nope. Can he look into your soul? and figure out your spirit animal while delivering a verdict with a trademark Garyism. Mm-hmm. You bet he can.
Oh, I'll bet.
Oh, I'll be watching this.
So
this is worth Amazon Prime right there.
I will be watching this.
It's debuting May 25th, like you said, on Amazon Prime. Gary Busey, Pet Judge.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, just when you think, man, there's nothing great out there, here we go.
I don't understand how that concept ever got started or whose idea it was.
How most entertainment got started.
But at the end of the day, I look at that and say, whatever they were smoking when that idea came up, I'm really glad that they were, because that is going to be really funny.
They could have gone with another Real Housewives of somewhere.
I had a request to do an interview with one of the Real Housewives.
Yeah, the answer
somewhere.
is no.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't think I'm going to do that.
But if you can get Busey on.
Oh my gosh, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would even be involved in that interview.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
I love Gary.
Well, Dan, thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
There were highs, there were lows. You're
kind of all over the map here.
Kind of wondering if that South Dakota thing is still true, but you totally redeemed yourself with the Gary Busey thing.
Honestly,
for sure.
A day doesn't go by where I don't leave this studio just embarrassed about being me.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you exclusively by Yes Sirree Notary.
I'm Jeremy with Yes Sirree Notary. When others say no, we say yes sirree. If you have a legal document or need a notary or a not so legal document, if you know what I mean, Yes Sirree Notary can help. Our agreeable team can notarize your papers and get you back to whatever you were doing before you realized you needed a notary in the first place. Yes Sirree Notary can usually help you the same day. Call right away for the best selection. Yes Sirree Notary, the only notary you'll ever need. Call Heidi Jean at 605-933-1980. Yes Sirree Notary. This offer not available everywhere. Prices may vary, subject to availability. Tax, title, and license extra. Allow 3 to 4 weeks for completed project.
Now, more than ever, you need a credit card that offers what you need. Some cards have high rates. Some have annual fees. Some are just not very good. Usually people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes. You may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card probably won't tell you, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, May 5th. The equities markets got off to a shaky start on Monday. The indices, first down, spent the day treading water before moving higher in late-day trading. One reason for the mixed market action is the week's calendar of events. During the week, investors will be looking for nearly 150 earnings reports from S&P 500 companies. So far, this reporting cycle, fewer companies than average are beating their consensus estimates, and by a smaller margin than average. If this trend persists enough, it could weigh on the market sentiment enough to spark a retest of the recently set low. Later in the week, investors will be on the alert for the all-important NFP report. The report is expected to show a net decline in jobs that could total in the millions. To date, the number of newly reported job losses have topped 30 million, which puts the unemployment rate near 20%. Once again, the risk is that investors will be negatively surprised and spark another round of selling in the equities market. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.